Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about C programming language. So let us start with an introduction about C language. C is a programming language developed at AT&T Bell Laboratories of USA in 1972, designed and written by Dennis Ritchie. C is highly portable, that is, software written for one computer can be run on another computer, and important feature of C is its ability to extend itself. A C program is basically a collection of functions. C program is developed by Dennis Ritchie. He combined B and BCPL language and its own research. It is highly portable because if we execute a C program in a system, then it creates a exe file, and that exe file we can use in any PC. History of C programming language. So here Algol is developed in 1960 and CPL is developed in 1963. BCPL is developed in 1967. B is developed in 1970 by Ken Thomas at AT&T Bell Laboratories, and C language is developed in 1972 in AT&T Bell Laboratories by Dennis Ritchie. C tokens. C token is an atomic unit in a program. The most basic element in a C program recognized by the compiler are a single characters or a group of characters called C tokens. The compiler cannot break down the token any further. For example, the word main are all token of C program. Type of tokens. It includes keywords, identifier, constants, strings, special symbols, operators. Keywords, we can say that keyword is a word that meanings are reserved. It includes 32 keywords. Identifiers, that is used to identify variables, functions, etc. Constant has two types: variable constant and valued constant. Variable constants means we assign a value to a variable and then we use that variable, and valued constant, directly we assign a value. String, in double quotation we pass set of alphabets, that is called string. Special symbols means brackets, percent signs, ampersands, etc. Operators, that includes less than sign, greater than sign, plus, minus, division. The C character set. The C character set includes the uppercase letters A to Z, the lowercase a to Z, and decimal digits 0 to 9, and certain special characters. It means we include the lowercase alphabet digits 0 to 9 and uppercase alphabets A to Z, and special characters. These are given here: dot, semicolon, colon, parenthesis, angular brackets, less than, greater than, equal to, at the rate, has different use of these special characters. These are the character symbols. Identifiers. Identifiers are distinct name given to program elements such as constants, variables, and functions, etc. An identifier is a sequence of letters, digits, and the special characters. It includes underscore. The rule is that it must start with either a letter or underscore. We cannot start with the identifier with digits, numerical thing. No commas or blanks are allowed within a variable name. It means if we are creating any variable or constant, we cannot take place between the variable names or constant names. The uppercase and lowercase letters are treated as distinct, that is, identifiers are case sensitive. C programming is case sensitive language, so it is also case sensitive for creating constants or variables. An identifier can be of any length. It is not, we can not say that it is fixed size, or we can say that it will be 10 characters or 12 characters. No special symbols can be used in a variable name. Only one special characters will be used, that is underscore, and other symbols are not in use. Keywords. Keywords are predefined tokens in C. These are also called reserved words. It means its meanings are defined in the library. Keywords have special meaning to the C compiler. These keywords can be used only for their intended action. They cannot be used for any other purpose. C has 32 keywords. It means जो भी keywords यूज कर रहे हैं हम इस प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज में, उनको हम एज ए वेरिएबल या फिर कॉन्स्टेंट्स या फिर फंक्शन का नेम की तरह हम यूज नहीं कर सकते. These are the keywords: auto, continue, enum, if, sort, switch, volatile. These all are the keywords. Data types. A data type defines a set of values and the operations that can be performed on them. Every data type item in a C program has a data type associated with it. C also has a special data type called void, which indicates that any data type that is no data type does not describe the data items. It means void means zero, null value. These are the list of data types. Characters, सिंगल कैरेक्टर्स के लिए यूज करते हैं. 1 बाइट स्पेस लेता है मेमोरी में, इसकी रेंज होती है 0 to 255. इंटीजर डेटा टाइप, इंटीजर आइटम्स नंबर्स स्टोर करने के लिए यूज करते हैं. 2 बाइट स्पेस लेता है, इसकी रेंज होती है -327682 पॉजिटिव 32767. फ्लोट, फ्लोटिंग पॉइंट नंबर स्टोर करने के लिए यूज किया जाता है. 4 बाइट स्पेस लेता है मेमोरी में, -2147 483 6482 पॉजिटिव 2147 483 647. डबल डेटा टाइप, that is also used for floating point numbers, and it takes 8 byte space in the memory. Approximately 15 digits of precision are going to be stored in this data type. Void, it means no data type, 0. Signed char, characters value are stored in this data type, and that takes 1 byte space in the memory, and range of the signed character is -128 to 127. Unsigned character is used to store unsigned characters value, and it takes 1 byte space in memory, and range of unsigned characters is 0 to 255. Short signed integer take 2 byte space in memory, and range of short signed integer is -327682 positive 32767. Short unsigned integer is used to store short unsigned integer values. It takes 3 byte space in memory, and range is 0 to 65535. Long signed integer is used to store long signed integer numbers, and it takes 4 byte space in the memory, and the range is -2147 483 6482 positive 2147 483 647. Constant and variables. A constant is a literal which remains unchanged during the execution of a program. A constant is a fixed value that cannot be altered during the execution of a program. C constants can be classified into two categories: primary constants and secondary constants. Rule of constructing integer constants. An integer constant must have at least one digit. It should not contain either a decimal point or exponent. If a constant is positive, it may or may not be preceded by a plus sign. If it is a negative, it must be preceded by a minus sign. commas, blanks and non-digit characters are not allowed in integer constant. The value of integer constant cannot exceed specified limits. The value range is minus 327682 to positive 32767. Real constants. Real values are often called floating point constants. There are two ways to represent a real constant: decimal form and exponential form. In exponential form of representation, the real constant is represented in two parts. The part appearing before e is called mantissa, whereas the part following is called exponent. Rule of constructing real constants: the mantissa part and the exponential part should be separated by a letter e. The mantissa part may have a positive or negative sign. Default sign of mantissa part is positive. The exponent must have at least one digit, which must be a positive or negative integer. Default sign is positive. Range of real constant preceded in exponential form is minus 3.4 E38 to 3.4 E38. That will be in positive. Rule for constructing characters constant. A character constant is a single alphabet, a single digit or a single special symbol enclosed within single inverted commas. Both the inverted commas point to the left. For example, A is a valid character constant, whereas A is not. The maximum length of a character constant can be one character. Note, every character has its ASCII value. ASCII means American Standard Code for Information Interchange. That means every character is interchanged with integer constant. For example, A value is 65 and small a value is 97. String constants. A string constant is a sequence of characters enclosed in double quotes. The characters may be letters, numbers, blank space or special characters. Note that double quotation is null string or empty string, and the single string constant A is not equivalent to the single character constant that is enclosed in single quotation. Each string constant must end with a special character, that is /O in single quotation. This character is called null character and used to terminate the string. The compiler automatically places null /0/O character at the end of every string constant. Variables. A variable can be considered as a name given to the location in memory. The term variable is used to denote any value that is referred to name instead of explicit value. A variable is able to hold different values during execution of a program, whereas a constant is restricted to just one value. For example, in the equation 2x plus 3y is equal to 10, since x and y can change, they are variables, whereas 2, 3 and 10 cannot change, hence they are constants. The total equation is known as expression. जब भी हम वेरिएबल बनाते हैं किसी भी डेटा टाइप का यूज करके, तो जो भी साइज होता है उस डेटा टाइप का उतनी स्पेस मेमोरी में अलॉट हो जाती है उस पर्टिकुलर वेरिएबल के लिए, एंड दैट स्पेस हैज अ पर्टिकुलर एड्रेस that is used for storing the values. So thank you students. Rest of the part we will discuss tomorrow. Thank you.